Hi everybody. Today I will be speaking to you about this fragrance. So it's Scent One from Zara. I will also make a connection as well to Le Labo as well, because this is the reason why I got this perfume. So I will be speaking about the Le Labo fragrances and that one as well. So the story is that I was very kind of got into looking about more information about Le Labo fragrances, which are very expensive. They cost around like 200 euro. And they are very expensive, and people are just talking about it, that they must be very good fragrances. So I was listening a lot of videos, and finally I went into the airport that they were selling Le Labo fragrances. I approached the stand, and I started smelling many of them to see which one I like the most. I was targeting the fragrance that the name is Le Labo Another 13. The reason why, because I smelled it one time on one customer and the smell was amazing. It was kind of, I felt like there is a projection on her fragrance, and I immediately asked what is the fragrance that she's wearing, and she said to me that she's wearing Le Labo Another 13. So that's why I was looking for more information about those fragrances. But so when I was at this fragrance stand with Le Labo fragrances, I started to smell Another 13, and I sprayed it on myself. I also smelled the most popular Santal 33, which is supposed to represent this fragrance, Scent One. And I smelled some of them I didn't like what's the name? Oud, I think is the name, Le Labo Oud. That was very strong, like kind of, I couldn't understand. With many of them, I felt kind of a very herbal smell. It's kind of a lot of pine, pine smell as well. So anyway, when I sprayed Another 13, I was walking around and trying to understand, do I like this fragrance or not? If I like it, then I immediately go and buy it. But the problem was that I was standing there totally confused, because I am not sure if I like that fragrance, because it's very difficult to detect something that I would like, It was very different than the fragrance that I smelled on the woman before. And only after maybe a few hours I started smelling a little bit better, I started to capture the smell, the pleasant smell. So basically, I think with Le Labo fragrances, you have to give time, to release. And I think that fragrance, it is luxurious fragrance, and I think it's quite worth spending money if you have money. But in my case, I reconsidered everything, and I thought to spend about 200 euro for fragrance is not really worth, It's like the same as putting money into the black hole, So I was trying to find solutions, and through what I researched, it was that this fragrance supposed to represent Le Labo Santal 33, which is the most popular from Le Labo. So one time I went into the Zara shop, I found it, and I sprayed it on my hand, and I didn't like it, honestly. I thought, oh, this is so strange, because it doesn't seem to be the fragrance that I would be proud to wear, And the same told the other person that was next to me as well. And I was very disappointed. And then after, I was walking all day, I was doing shopping, and then I was still trying to smell, to see, is it getting better? And yeah, actually it was getting better. Like within time, this smell opened up, kind of like that kind of has like a herbal substance to it, you know. And I thought that I really started liking it, but I was so confused because it's really very controversial, this fragrance. Don't buy before trying, I would say, because you might fail. I believe there are many people who doesn't like this fragrance. So what I did was, after long consideration, I bought this fragrance after 2 months, and I asked my colleagues which are working with me if they are all right with this fragrance, and the girls told that yeah, actually this fragrance is nice. So I thought that the best what to do would be, if we like fragrance, you know, the best is just to wear it, you know, with confidence, because if we like the fragrance, that's what's the most important, you know, to us. But of course, if there is very controversial fragrance, you don't want, you know, to be repulsive to other people, because there might be people who would just hate this fragrance, you know. And for example, if you are going to some kind of important meeting, you know, you don't want to wear something that maybe another person will not like. But I believe like we all experience these life situations, you know, so the most important thing is to pay attention to what we like, I guess, you know. So now I will talk about this fragrance, Scent One. So this fragrance has very nice smell. Immediately you can feel very herbal feeling to it. It's not too sweet, not too fresh. It just has that herbal punch to it. It's not like fruity smell, but it's more like herbal. So imagine, for example, if you are working in some kind of environment, like for example selling flowers, or maybe you are working in some kind of a hospital, for example, and to wear this smell, I think it might be suitable in those situations, you know. And it's what about, for example, lasting power? So it you know, as you think about it, when you buy perfume, cheap perfume, which is cost the price is off, but it was $9.95, and you would expect the fragrance not to last very long, isn't it? But actually this fragrance lasted for me, and I would say like it lasted for me 3 hours for sure, and then plus 3 hours more, but a little bit lighter, you know. So during those 3 hours you will feel fragrance on yourself, and then after, if you don't feel it, probably others might still feel it, but if you want to top it up, you just top it up, you know. And it's not like fades, this fragrance, within 30 minutes, no, because it's a little bit stronger, so it is staying quite nice. And yeah, actually it would kind of be like more like a luxurious fragrance. You can really pretend to be wearing something luxurious, you know, than what it is. It's just €10, but that smell is very interesting. And by the way, this fragrance was standing in the man section, so it's the man fragrance. But Le Labo Santal 33, which represents this one, is unisex, so that's why I was not afraid just to go in and try it. And meanwhile I was there, by the way, I was also trying other man fragrances, which it was like what's that smell? Leather, vibrant leather, I think, for man. I sprayed it on my jacket. That one is nice as well. It's from Zara. And yeah, so I really hope that I described you enough, you know, what it feels like to wear this fragrance. And if you are thinking, for example, oh, should you buy Le Labo or not? I believe Le Labo is stronger and probably better in some ways or the other. I believe it must have a better projection, you know projection when a person has perfume on and you can feel that person, that fragrance from a long distance. So maybe the projection would not be the same, but really for the €10, if you are saving money, it's quite worth, especially if you are spraying a lot of fragrance during the day, and if you finish your fragrances very fast, it's really worth it. You can actually layer it as well with other fragrances. For example, why not, and to give it a go and layer it with, for example, Molecular One or any other that you have, just to make another fragrance out of this one. And so if you are trying to save money, it's a very, very good choice. That's what I would say. When I was looking at information about this fragrance before I wanted to buy, there's not really much videos about it, really. And I just couldn't make up my mind about it. There are some videos, man is talking about this, mans, are talking, because it's a man fragrance. So I couldn't see any girl that would buy this fragrance. But right now, I would reassure you that it's worth buying it. If you have a chance, please also try it before you buy, because you might find out that maybe it's not your type of fragrance, which could happen. So that's very interesting to talk about these fragrances. It's only 1 week that I have it, and only 2 girls said that this fragrance is nice, but I had to ask her opinion. It's not like somebody would say a comment, oh, you really smell really good. But I hope it will happen in the future, so it will confirm that, yeah, this fragrance is good. So I really would like to ask you, because there is not so much information about these, like for example Le Labo or this one. If you ever bought this one, what's your opinion about it? What did you experience while wearing it? What's, for example, the longevity of it? What do you think? Or did you ever bought, for example, Le Labo fragrance? And if you ever bought this one too, so you could compare, And what do you think about Le Labo fragrance? Are they as amazing as many people say? And are they worth the money? So for the moment, from Le Labo, I'm pretty sure in the future I will buy Le Labo as well, but maybe in some kind of very good circumstance, maybe some kind of big birthday or something. Maybe I will treat myself, but for the moment I'm focusing a little bit to save money, because fragrances, you spray it every day, they become empty very fast, and then the money is gone. So I'm just trying to find economy in buying fragrances. So let me know your opinion. I will be waiting for your answers, and I wish you a very good week. And with this beautiful weather that we have at the moment, I hope you will enjoy whatever fragrances that you are wearing at the moment. And my fragrance at the moment is this one that I'm wearing, so you know what I'm wearing at the moment. So thank you, and see you soon, and bye bye.